So dimensioning, obviously that is a dimension, but that's a horrible dimension. Delete. Let's just have a look. Okay, to dimension this one, let's just do the difficult stuff first. We'll draw in the radii. Let's call it 40 because it is. Diameter 8. As I said, I don't like the way that that's thrown at an angle, but we've got to clean that up later. We've got to put in a center distance. Let's just draw the center line across. There we go. There's two center lines, or they're just about to become center lines. Done. Now we know from the very top to that is 40 mil down. It's actually 42. Oh well, I've gone and drawn that incorrectly. No biggie. I'll just move it up 2 mil. Step x0, y2, x0, y2 from there up there. And let's just extend that to next. Oh, there's one line selected. Let's just extend that to next. Oh, what mistake? I can't see any mistake at all. So 42, I'm going to put here a typical dimension from here to here, 3 mil. Let's see if it lets me type it in. TYP. Okay, no. And so I'll just leave it as 3. Later on I'll just put in another annotation, but there's no real need. We do need to put those in, the rounds, so just go smart dimension. Okay, so radius 3, radius 6, and while I'm dimensioning here, let's go to that and go .30 and 3, and just for neatness, that's everything we need for dimensioning on that, I think. That's that whole thing dimensioned. For this one, this is actually a weird dimension which we need to cover called spherical dimensioning. It's in the syllabus. I think we're going to have to hand type it in, however. It's actually a S30. If not, I'll just type it in text and I'll remove this. It's S30, 60 because it's diameter. A spherical diameter of 60 mil is what you're looking for. Instead of radius 60 or radius 30, it's S60, S for sphere. And let's just add the rest of them. Later on, I'll just go back in and type that over by hand. You guys, because this is a pencil drawing, will be easy. And I really think that's it for about that dimension. All we need is this one. Just need to know how fat it is, which is the 26 mil. Okay, make sure you read my notes on dimensioning. Everyone should be, there should be a little gap in the leader lines, like that. So the leader lines of the drawing should not touch the picture, except for obviously those radius lines. But this one here, everyone should be offset by a couple of mil. So it's not touching the drawing. Like so. How much? So I've just had something happen here. I've got 20% battery left. And done. So all your dimensions should look like that with a gap. There's a tick mark, there's a gap between the leader line of the dimension and the drawing itself. So there's an example of what I'm looking at for dimensioning and drawings. To draw to draw the assembly drawing, it's really much the same. An assembly drawing of the Castor components to a scale of 2 to 1. So assembled, drawn to a scale of 2 to 1. I'll just collect all them. Drag them over here. Assembly drawings, oops, Control Z. Assembly drawings, I forgot to once again. Some days go better than others. I forgot to put the copy on that. Assembly drawings don't have the any hidden detail, so I'll need one of them. I'm going to just copy all of that. Point to move from is the center of the circle. Point to move from to center of the circle. I've got a pin sitting here. I just need that circle there. Sorry, gents, I was thinking through about 5 things at once here. That's a diameter 18 anyway, so that's fine. That circle's there. And the Castor pin. Copy all of that. I want to move it from there. I want to move it to the center of that hole. Done. Now let's just go through and delete what we don't need, which is really everything in there. No, I needed that one. Don't need those two because assembly drawings don't show hidden detail. So there's that one. As well as that, we've got to put in the front view. So let's just copy this one across. going to just trim down that centre mark, then I'm going to copy it across, then trim down the centre mark actually. I'll just take it off the drawing here first and then I'll deal with it. So I'm going to just delete the extra stuff so I can locate the centre of that wheel easily. Like so. There we go, there's the centre of that wheel. Just for alignment purposes later on I'll delete that. So there's the centre of the wheel. There's that caster. Copy from just leave it there at the moment. Drag it over. Same thing, I'm just going to delete that. Hopefully like that. Just got that thing selected that's just not working. Okay, good, now it's working. So now we're going to copy that from the centre to the centre. Done. We've got this pin. Move or copy that from there to there. We've got a couple of spacing washers from there to, I'll just leave it sitting somewhere about the middle because they're going to float. From there to there. And we've got that top spindle. You'll notice, however, the drawing says it's riveted in after assembly to a offset of 4 mm. So let's just get the offset tool, 4 mm. With a round of 4. So let's just draw in 2 arcs. Arc by centre point from there to there. 4 mm circle from there to there. And let's just delete everything we don't need. And of course, assembly drawings don't have dimensions, so I'll delete them while I'm zoomed in. Budala. I think I have just gone and done the wrong one, so I'll just copy that. And undo all my errors. Proof teachers make good mistakes. When you do, you make sure it's a good one. I'll come back later on and delete that. I'll just come over here and paste in that spindle. I'll move that into place. that's what it looks like there. Done. So there's almost your assembly drawing. I'm just going to be a minute. I'm assuming that other pin will be riveted in as well. After assembly, we're going to draw it riveted in because at the moment the wheel's going to fall out. But first things first, let me get my mistake and hit delete. Done. Some days you should just not get out of bed. There's one of them. Let's now delete the correct component that we did not want to have in there. It's that pin. Done. So there is your component drawing. Front view, side view. They were aligned. They certainly do not look it now. So just realign it. Just draw over the line at the moment. Done. Now the last thing we've got to do, as I said, we'll just offset that 4mm. So just draw out an arc by center point. From there, it's a 4mm radius arc. Starts there, finishes there. 4mm radius arc. Starts there, finishes there. And